Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be my weekly group reading for the week of April 12th through the 18th for my friends. Now, like always, we're really going to be focusing in on that positive, focusing in on what we can embrace and utilize in overcoming those obstacles and challenges. And of course, I will look at those obstacles and challenges. However, when we focus on what we can do to overcome things, it makes those obstacles a little bit smaller and more manageable. Now, the decks I've chosen for this reading are the Spiral Tarot and the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. And like always, I have links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Now, this is a selection reading, so I have 3 piles, and I want you to quickly choose which crystal resonates with you and is connecting in with you. I have the Lapis Lazuli, the Tiger Iron, and the Rose Quartz. In the description box below, I have a timestamp correlating with each crystal that you can just click on that will take you directly to your reading, and I will see you there. Hello and welcome, my Lapis Lazuli friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full Oracle deck and the full Tarot deck so that you get the most comprehensive and full reading for you. And let's just jump right into this, shall we? What does the week of April 2nd to the 18th bring my Lapis Lazuli friends? Discovery. What a beautiful card. We're going to be able to create a stronger foundation through exploration and re-identifying things. We're going to have some new ideas come up, but we're also going to have some things that we had forgotten about revisit us and kind of show us that there are other ways of doing things. Bittersweet really connects into this discovery, connects into the fact that as new things come up, we may not want to, but we do have to release things that aren't functioning well. They're not for our greater good, and they're not helping to raise our vibration. Actually, when you look at it, it's usually the other way around, where they're lowering our vibration, bringing us down, and helping us to stay and maintain stuck. On the flip side of that, with the bittersweet, there is a connection there. There's usually that historical and reminiscent connection that makes it really hard to release. And then complacency. We get into a rut, we get into doing things in a certain way, and we never check into it. We lose out because we're not open to that new and to alternative ways of doing things. We're starting to see a bit of a pattern here. These red cards are connected to your root chakra. That's all about stability. This blue one is connected to your throat chakra, about being able to vocalize and be heard, and also to be able to hear others. These are really important, especially with what's going on in the world today. That stable, very grounded energy, so we have that structure to be able to function from, but also to be able to be heard and to hear others, that communication. These are very important elements for you, things that we need to work on. Really focusing in, especially on this root right now. Because when we allow that new, that exciting alternative, which I know can be scary. But when we start to release, we're going to be able to open ourselves up to new and exciting paths that we need. We've had enough of staying stagnant. The one thing the universe is very clearly telling us, we need to shift, and shifting has to occur. So let's look at this week a little bit more in depth. What does the beginning part of the week bring my Lapis Lazuli friends? Okay. The Knight of Cups. Knights are that adolescent, no fear energy. We're really going to have that ability to get up and go. We're not going to fear this unknown. And when we do fear that unknown, it's going to be mounting that horse, grabbing our sword, and getting up and going. The Knight of Cups is connected into our intuition and our emotions. Our intuition is going to be a key and integral part of this discovery piece to helping you find that new. Slowing down, and interestingly enough, this deck does have the Knight of Cups at a river, not in motion. He's usually almost like a canter or a trot. At least that's how Pamela Coleman Smith drew him. So slowing down, being mindful of what is in your surroundings, being mindful of that direction and that soft-spoken voice in the back of your mind. That soft-spoken voice is your intuition, and that intuition is going to help you move forward. It's going to help you get unstuck and help you to identify what it is you need to release. The Nine of Cups. This is about all your hard work and abundance. We have that foundation. We've lived through a lot. We've learned a lot. We have tapped into our intuition to help us achieve that abundance, create that manifestation of what it is we needed and wanted. We need to tap into these skills and abilities again in a different way. We need to look at that foundation. I did a number of videos in the late 2019s, early 2020s about that need for foundation. How this decade was looking at creating and reinforcing foundations for people to really flourish and grow from. And that's what we're looking at this week, is really reevaluating our foundation, how we do things, and how we're stuck. We're given a little bit of an opportunity and a breather here to be able to have time to reflect. And that reflection is going to be key. It's going to help us understand what skills we used in the past and how we can use them to push ourselves forward. What about the middle of the week? What does the middle of the week bring? My Lapis Lazuli friends. The Three of Wands, Journey card. Decisions are going to be made. You're going to understand what you've done in the past, how you've used your amazing skills and abilities, that intuitional guidance. We're going to be able to start implementing them. Around the middle of the week is a great time to start to do some shifting, start to release some of the pieces that have held you back. Start to bring in some of these new and exciting pieces, or in other cases, really looking at those past skills and bringing them to the forefront again. What about the end of the week? What does the end of the week bring? My Lapis Lazuli friends. the Star. Such a beautiful card. The 17th card in the Major Arcana. It's our Hopes and Dreams card. Whenever we're looking at an internal shift in how we function, that identity of self, we do reevaluate those hopes, those dreams, those goals. And that's what the Star is looking at. We're going to see a bit of shifting in those hopes and dreams. We have some releasing we have to do on a personal level. We also have this shift that we're dealing with on a global level. So things are really going to start to align in different ways for you. You're going to start to not only seeing shifts in that personal identity, but in what you're finding you need to achieve. The Star really encourages us to ensure we're balanced. She's got one knee on land and then one knee on the water. She's also ensuring she is evenly distributing her energies from the land and to the water. It's a pretty dark card, so it may be hard to see. We've got the water and the land, the physical and the intuitional, or if you will, the spiritual. Making sure that we're really focusing in on that balance and realigning things. It can be really easy to hyper-focus in on one aspect at a time. Ensuring that we have that balance within the day helps us to be able to maintain the different aspects that we're trying to achieve. So this sounds pretty good, right guys? So let's look at our challenge, because this is what we can start to work on, what the energies are really encouraging us to explore. Let's look at what the challenge is for the week. What challenge will my Lapis Lazuli friends face for the week of April 12th through the 18th? The King of Swords. Kings are that fully developed personality. They have the most control, and in this suit, he has the most knowledge. One of the biggest challenges we're going to be facing, my Lapis Lazuli friends, is that we're going to try and overthink things. Be too critical of self. Be critical of our abilities. Be critical of what it is we want to achieve. That overthinking things will start to add a lot of barriers to what it is we want to achieve. The Empress, the third card in the Major Arcana. She speaks about abundance, growth, and fertility. We're going to be focused in on that dollar sign. With the King here, he's going to be very analytical and very critical of what it is you're thinking about doing. Some of these shifts, they may not make sense. Not right away. The universe has a funny way of sending us signs and messages on where it is we need to go. And a lot of times they don't make sense. However, when we start to look at and incorporate what that message is encouraging us to do, things start to fall into place and it kind of makes sense. And that abundance will follow. However, when we overthink things, we limit the universe's ability to allow things to fall into place for us, thus strangling that abundance that's right there for us. We can't see it because we don't have that bigger picture view that the universe has. So that overthinking is really going to challenge what it is you think that you can and will achieve. Oh, and really no surprise here, the Devil. Connected right into your ego. Anytime you start to look at or try and work with your higher intuition and your higher self, your ego flips out. Shifting and changing means coming out of that little box. This lower vibrational energy likes to keep you stagnant and stuck, listening to the societal rules and norms, no matter how long they've been left unchecked. That shifting and change is causing your ego to really scream, especially as we start to reflect on what is holding us back, looking at how we were able to achieve some amazing aspects and pieces in our lives. This is a fantastic time to really challenge your ego and challenge what is holding you back. What noose does the devil have around your neck that is holding you in place, keeping you stuck, keeping you kind of in that meh, blah area? Connecting into that and making those shifts, getting out of that complacent, yeah, this is my life, into a more, this is amazing, look at this abundance, look at what it is I can achieve. That's why we have the star at the end of the week. We're really going to be able to release some of these nooses that the devil has around our neck and start to feel better about what it is we're trying to achieve in our lives, aligning ourselves better with our soul's journey, and then also in the process finding that fulfillment and joy. A lot of us have been losing that fulfillment and joy, especially as this tower situation has hit us and has hit us hard. So let's look at some blessings here. What blessings can my Lapis Lazuli friends embrace for the beginning of the week? Despondence. This card talks about really feeling stuck and unsure of how to really get out of it. The universe talks about needing shift. This card is encouraging you to connect in, and it's a purple card, so it's connected to your third eye. Connect in with that intuition. Connect into that higher vibrational guidance on how to move forward, because this complacency and stuckness needs to shift, and we're really seeing that in the middle of the week. So this reflection is really going to help to identify and accentuate where it is we feel stuck. So let's look at the middle of the week. What blessing can my Lapis Lazuli friends embrace for the middle of the week? Mysticism. Mysticism talks about the unknown. There are factors and elements at play that we have no idea are there or how they relate. Goes back to that bigger picture piece. We need to be okay with not knowing what's happening. And I know that's a really big challenge. We need to release, literally release what's holding us back. And that's our need for control. When we relax and when we have some fun and we're not hyper-focused and critical on what is happening, things unravel, they unfold, the flowers open and bloom. Being okay with not knowing, observing and embracing these shifts and changes, and allowing the releases that need to happen to occur as they do. Not resisting them, not fearing them, embracing them. Really talks about letting go of those preconceived notions, because those preconceived notions are held with the devil. What about the end of the week? What blessing can my Lapis Lazuli friends embrace at the end of the week? Perception. That aha moment, that connection. We're now looking at the heart chakra, the green chakra. Talks about being able to really connect your path and make it your own. Embrace it. We still may not have a full understanding of where it is we're going or what is going to happen, but being okay with that and embracing our role, embracing that creativity, embracing our passions, and allowing them to be our focal points. Let's look at finally what further guidance we can offer you guys here. So what further guidance and support can we offer my Lapis Lazuli friends for the week of April 12th through the 18th? The Ten of Pentacles. It's a family card. And I really love this rendition of the Ten of Pentacles. We have that generational and astral support. Family is much more than what we have here on earth. Tapping in and embracing the supports on all realms really will help with this direction and help with that connectedness. A lot of us are feeling a bit of a disconnect right now because we are doing self-isolation and social distancing. Two important elements. However, we do have the ability to connect in with our family through other means. We can connect in with our astral family. We can connect in with our physical family through social media and technology. Ensuring we have that connection, not only for the support, but to support our family. It's a reciprocal piece. That balance is key. The Sun. Such a gorgeous card. The Sun is always about the love, the joy, and the happiness. It really brings warmth and light to this reading. It lightens it up. I know we have a lot of darker cards because we've got the Devil, we've got a very angry king here. We've got a lot of mystery and unknown. The Sun really helps to lighten things up, reminding you of the importance of focusing and functioning from that unconditional loving energy of the universe, embracing it into your life and amplifying it so other people can enjoy and bask in that amazing loving energy. And then finally, the Six of Pentacles. Balance. I know I talked about it with the star. They wanted to make sure that you understood we need to start to balance pieces out. We need to start to balance where our energies flow, where our time, where our focus lies. When we start to balance out our lives, so we're not hyper-focused on one aspect, we have a more fluid and even energy flow and focus flow. You're going to find that things start to make sense a little bit more. You feel more in control and you feel more stable. I want to thank you guys so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the week is going to offer you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this amazing healing and insight is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends. Hello and welcome, my Tiger Iron friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full deck of oracle cards and tarot cards, so you get the fullest and most comprehensive reading for you. Let's dive right into this reading and see what the week is going to bring you. What can my Tiger Iron friends expect from the week of April 12th through the 18th? Complacency. Things are really kind of getting to that blah moment. We are ignoring what's right in front of us and what's truly important to us. We're missing those amazing miracles and blessings that are being offered to us, and most importantly, the messages of direction. We're missing pieces because we're so focused in on what we think is important and what has been told to us that's important. We need to slow down and really acknowledge what's happening in our environment, in our home, and in our lives. Balance. Balance is key and silly hard to do because there's so many demands in life. Taking this week to try and rebalance, slow down, and see what is truly going on. Receiving those messages, realigning yourself to your soul's deeper purpose, that soul's journey. That realignment will stop this kind of blah ick that we're feeling and bring in that fulfillment and joy. And wisdom. Like I said, we're missing many of the messages from the divine to help us move forward, to help us understand where it is we need to go and what it is we're missing. We need to take the blinders off, start to focus in on ourselves, rebalancing our lives and energies so that we can receive that wisdom, that guidance, and what understanding we can from this situation, whether it be globally or individual. Let's get more into this week. Oh, important card. What does the beginning of the week for April 12th to the 18th look like for my Tiger Iron friends? The Princess of Swords, or the Page of Swords. That childlike, innocent energy connected in with knowledge. Wisdom is going to be a key piece for you this week. We know that. However, that historical way that we understood and incorporated that knowledge really needs to be looked at. We need to slow down, less overthinking, and more play and fun, that enthusiasm, that thirst for knowledge. Whether it be something that you are used to having in our lives, or if it's something new. Putting that lens of excitement, enthusiasm into what we're doing and what's happening will start to shift ideas and shift energies for you. And with her cousin, the Princess of Wands. Where the Princess of Swords is about knowledge, the Princess of Wands is about passion, that inner fire, that drive, that connection into our creativity, those pieces and elements that burn deep within us, bringing us that joy, bringing us that fulfillment. We're missing these two pieces right now. They're very key to where it is we need to go. It will help to literally burn out and cut away that complacency and bring about that joy, that happiness, and that connection. Now, we do have double princesses. They're the 11th card in the Minor Arcana. When you see that multiple 11, the angels are telling you that this is a time to listen to your deeper intuition. 11s are a master number. They're an important number for us. So that intuition is going to be key in helping you move forward. Let's look at the middle of the week. What does the middle of the week bring? My tiger iron friends. The Hangman, the 12th card in the Major Arcana. Letting go of those preconceived notions and listening to the universe, listening to those higher vibrational directions. As we let go of what we think we need, that we think is important, and allow the universe to start to direct us and show us truly what's important. Some of those elements and themes you will see are correct. They are important for you. Others you're going to see need to be released and let go of, bringing you into balance and alignment, into what's truly important for you, bringing you that insight and wisdom into what is going to make you happy, what's going to bring you that joy, that excitement. And what about the end of the week? What does the end of the week bring? My tiger iron friends. The Nine of Wands. Nines talk about all that you've achieved and overcome. The Wands, again, we're back to that passion. Your courage and determination, that inner fire, has helped you overcome a lot of challenges. You've been able to create quite the support system for yourself, knowing those skills and abilities that you can rely on. And you're using those skills and abilities to keep pushing forward, not backing down, accepting and greeting challenges with gusto. And that's the energy that we really want to embrace right now, because let's be honest, on a personal level, a societal level, and a global level, we're in a tower situation. Things are shifting and changing. The universe was tired of that stagnation. So really important to be connecting in to that courage and determination to help you overcome the challenges that you on a personal level are facing. The Knight of Pentacles. Knights, big brothers and cousins to the pages or princesses. Knights are that adolescent, no fear energy. Again, we've got that no fear, that courage, that determination to push themselves forward. Now the Pentacle is about working on the home front. Now in the original cards, Pamela Coleman Smith drew these knights in varying stages of motion. The Knight of Pentacles is stationary, where as you go through, the Knight of Swords is in a full gallop head on into the storm. The Knight of Pentacles works on the home front. That's where he uses his courage and determination. And that's where we need to use our courage and determination to start to make some shifts, to start to rebalance our lives and accept that wisdom no matter what that wisdom says. So this is what the energies of the week are going to help facilitate for you. Help to really reflect in, let go, and get going on some of this shifting we need to do. Let's look at our obstacles. What obstacle will my tiger iron friends face for the week of April 12th to the 18th. The Moon. The 18th card in the Major Arcana. The moon is shrouded in mystery and uncertainty. We are taught as small children that everything scary comes out at night. So we have this association with the moon that it is scary. We can't trust it and it's really uncertain. However, when you look at the energies of the moon, it is connected to the goddess, that healing, nurturing energy. Again, we really do need to start reflecting on and challenging those societal beliefs, because the moon is here to help nurture and guide you. However, we're going to be resisting that nurturing and guidance because of that fear that has been ingrained in us since childhood. When things become scary, we start to recoil and we resist. And that's exactly what the moon is talking about. There's a lot of amazing energies and supports that we're not accessing due to fear. The Three of Pentacles. I love the Three of Pentacles. It's an amazing card. It talks about that connection in and teamwork. Working as a team. That hard work of self connected in with the supports of your physical team, those family members and friends that are really supportive of you, and also that connection into the astral realm, into your guides, your guardians, those high vibrational beings that you used to work with and that you are currently working with. Working together as a Triforce Perfecta in creating and manifesting amazing pieces, elements, and ideas into your life. Now, it is a challenge. We're not going to be accessing those supports this week. We're not going to have that connection in as we had hoped. We already know there's resistance to that unknown. There's going to be a bit of a disconnection and unstable communication with those higher vibrational beings. Now, as a physical aspect, many of us have that social distancing and isolation going on. So again, we're going to have that disconnect. It's about relaxing and being creative so that you can turn this card from a challenge to a support. And we can do that through creative means. Connecting in with those physical support systems through technology, through social media. Working on and slowing down and acknowledging, you know what, connecting in with my high vibrational posse may be a bit of a challenge this week. Acknowledging it and slowing down. Giving yourself that time and compassion and understanding that, you know what, this is going to be a bit of a bear. However, I'm not backing down. I'm going to work very clearly on the home front. You're going to see this Three of Pentacles really come forward and full face at the end of the week as we start to make some shifting and as we get going on things. And then finally, the Five of Wands. We're going to have conflicting views, ideas, and passions. We're not going to get so much of an external flood of information. This is going to be that internal dialogue you're looking at. Your ego flaring up about the fact that you're even contemplating shifting things, rebalancing things. And for heaven's sakes, why would you listen to your intuition? You're going to see that your ego starts to throw in that self-doubt, that resistance, and that negative self-talk. Being prepared for that, nurturing yourself, being kind to yourself, and when those thoughts start to come in, stopping them quite quickly. Because in that self-doubt, you're going to miss some of this amazing information. You're going to miss some of that ability to release. And you're really going to miss some of that work that needs to be done. Knowing these obstacles are coming up and are going to be a challenge, we can use them to our advantage. Just like anything else, if you are stuck with a situation, sometimes those obstacles, for example, if you were coming across on your path a log that had fallen over, you can use that log as a ladder. And that's exactly what I'm encouraging you to do. Use these obstacles as fuel, as an understanding, and most importantly, as a guide. So let's go on to your blessings. So what blessings can my Tiger Iron friends embrace for the beginning of the week? Prayer. Now, this does not mean that I'm encouraging you to go to church and pray. Prayer does not need to be so formal. We can pray from anywhere. We don't need formal institution or certain relics or items to do it. We just need to ask. It's that communication with the divine, whatever you want to call them. God, Goddess, the Great Spirit, it doesn't matter. They have many names. However, at the end of the day, when you pray to that universal entity for support, there is no communication issues. That universal entity hears you, understands you, and will support you to the best of their abilities. We do have to acknowledge that sometimes we pray for things that is what we came here to learn for. So the high vibrational beings and the universe aren't going to step in to quote unquote save us or support us. It's one of those learning pieces that we need. So asking for the help and being open to the help that you get. Sometimes we are resistant to that help because it is against what it is we think we want. To be open to whatever form it presents itself. Let's go on to the middle of the week. What blessing can my Tiger Iron friends embrace for the middle of the week? Sometimes the cards are very clear. Destiny. Before we were incarnated, we signed up for a plan. We signed up for a journey. Things that we wanted to learn. We can't hit that destiny or fulfill what it is we had hoped to do when we don't have that big picture. We need the universe's guidance so that we are able to start to hit home on what it is we wanted to achieve. Relaxing and understanding that what we think is a big picture is actually a very sand-like speck on what that big picture actually is. And the end of the week. Oh, almost went off the table. What blessing can my Tiger Iron friends embrace at the end of the week? Creation. When we start to connect in our passions to that home front, we are going to see amazing creation come forward. Part of what it is we wanted to do, and I said at the beginning of this reading, is connecting to that passion-orientated creativity. Because that creativity, that expression, will help us to connect in to our intuitional creativity and into some of that wisdom and guidance that we're looking for. We stop micromanaging when we're being creative. We're not focusing in on what it is we think is important. We're enjoying and finding fulfillment in what it is we're doing. So when we get out of our way, we enjoy what we're doing, that's when the universe can come in and help to slot things into place so things fall into place at a greater speed, pushing you forward with ease and less resistance and pain, because things are moving in the right direction. You find that abundance, you find that growth, you find that manifestation that you're wanting and needing. Relaxing and allowing those things to unfold through that creative expression. Expansion goes right into that creativity, allowing things to expand, allowing your knowledge to expand. Those aha moments, that creation explosion, that guidance. We're going to find things really start to align at the end of the week, especially as you're able to add in that creative element. Releasing some of that false control that we have, rebalancing our lives, and being open to that wisdom, open to that guidance in whatever manner it presents itself for you. All right, let's end off with what further guidance and wisdom that we can offer my Tiger Iron friends for the week of April 12th through the 18th. The Ace of Swords, those aha moments. When we release that false power, we're going to have those aha moments come fast and furious. It's those moments where you get that clarity, you gain that wisdom and understanding, knowing how best you need to go forward, because like I said before, things start to fall into place. It starts to make sense. The King of Swords. Kings are that fully developed personality. The swords, again, that truth and knowledge. We need to be critical and explore what is working so we can release what isn't. We need to use this sword of truth and knowledge to cut through the crap, because it's the crap that's holding us back. It's that resistance that we're having. When you're able to critically think and identify those pieces that aren't working, you can take that and literally write it down. Be very critical about it. Then, write down what is going right. You don't have to be as critical, because what we want to do is add that playful, inquisical mind to it. Using that lens to explore how you can go about things in a different way. Adding in that creative passion center to what's going right. When we add these two elements together, you're really going to start to see some shifting happening. And of course, the Five of Cups. Not surprising we're seeing this, because the Five of Cups talks about focusing in on what's not important. Those 3 overturned cups that people focus in on. That heartache and fear. When there are 2 perfectly amazing, abundant cups behind you that you're missing. We're going to gain that insight and direction. This week offers you an understanding of what's missing in your life. Now we do have a couple other angel messages going on here. We have obviously multiple 5s. So when you see that multiple 5, the angels are telling you that a positive change is coming your way. You just need to keep going. Now we also have multiple 12s. We've got the Hanged Man, and we have the 12th card in the Minor Arcana, the Knight. In angel messages, when you have that multiple 12, the angels are telling you that this is a time of spiritual growth and awakening. And that's really what this week is talking about, is awakening you to what's right in front of you that you're missing. I want to thank you so much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the week is offering you. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this amazing insight and healing is to hit that little red bell and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends. Hello and welcome, my rose quartz friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full deck of tarot and oracle cards, so you get the fullest and most comprehensive reading for you. Without further ado, let's get going. What can my rose quartz friends expect from the week of April 12th through the 11th? Trickery. Things are not going to be what they seem, my friends. We really need to be mindful of people's motivations and what's happening for us. Critically thinking about what's occurring around us and not just taking things for face value. Really looking at things, because this week has that element of trickery and uncertainty. Victim. Very much connected with the trickery. We have the same little dragon in the background here. It's really easy to fall into that victim mentality. Woe is me. You're not going to get anything accomplished when you're functioning from that victim standpoint. Being mindful of what's happening and being accountable to you, not to other people, not to their thoughts and feelings of what you should be doing. Of course, we will put the little sidebar here, unless it's your boss, okay? But being very mindful how friends, family, acquaintances, people on the internet are saying and how it's impacting you. Be very mindful and critical. Both these cards are connected to your heart chakra. We need to function from that head rather than the heart this week, because our heart is going to lead us down that victim mentality because of what people are doing. These cards, literally, he's got the acorn and there you are. Right? We have to be very mindful of that trickery and victim mentality. Rejection. We all fear rejection. That's why we get to that trust and where we really are exposing ourselves and putting ourselves out there to that possibility of being fooled and misled, because we want to be accepted. Again, that critical thinking and exploration is going to be needed. Weighing people's thoughts versus how it's going to impact your greater good. Not everybody's opinion is going to matter. We are accepted and loved for who we are by those that matter. And we really need to reflect on that right now. Being very mindful of who we're allowing to control our heart and our feelings. So let's look at how this is going to unfold this week. What does the beginning part of the week bring, my rose quartz friends? The Hermit, the 9th card in the Major Arcana, that need for self-reflection, self-exploration, and getting to the heart of the matter. Really looking at those important people, looking at how we put ourselves out there, how we present ourselves, who we allow to control our hearts, our feelings, and at the end of the day, our being and minds. What about the middle of the week? What does the middle of the week bring, my rose quartz friends? Those aha moments. The Ace of Swords. As we reflect on and do some inner work, we're going to gain some aha moments. We're going to really understand who is important and whose thoughts and feelings are just their own thoughts and feelings. Not allowing everybody to have control over you and your heart. What about the end of the week? What does the end of the week bring, my rose quartz friends? The Moon, the 13th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about the uncertainty of situations. Talks about that mystery and unknown. It's also connected in to that goddess energy. The moon really has almost like a facade meaning to it. When the cards were created in 1910, the moon was very much connected into that feminine energy, just like it is now. And historically, the male-dominated wisdom and insight was to deem that feminine cycle as mystery and unknown. It's uncertain, it's dangerous. Well, that's exactly why it's connected into the moon. The moon has much more than that uncertainty and that mystery. It talks about that creativity, it talks about intuition, and of course that goddess energy. It's very much connected into the high priestess in those matters. So connecting in to that nurturing, intuitional energy to help start to heal some of this emotion, this hurt, this heartache, because it's going to still be there. Not only is this energy here in this week, this trickery and victim rejection, it's happened in our past. So it's reopening wounds. With these aha moments, the end of the week brings us the ability to start to heal and nurture ourselves so we can move forward. We can release the control that those people, those situations and events have over us. The Knight of Swords. Knights are that adolescent, no fear energy. The swords, truth and knowledge. We're going to take the sword of truth and knowledge, cut through the crap, cut through what is not serving you, so that you are able to release and heal it. The Knight has no fear. We need to take that deep breath. We do need to go into those darker aspects. We need to go into that unknown. We need to charge forward, just like this night is. Release what's holding us back, which is causing us heartache, so that we can move on, move forward. This causes stagnation. This will cause release and movement forward, that evolution. This is your major hurdle right now. And that's what we need to really focus in on for this week. I know it sounds challenging enough, but this is the energies that the week is offering you. So let's look at this challenge. What is the challenge that my rose quartz friends are going to face for the week of April 12th through the 18th? The Knight of Pentacles. Whereas the Knight of Swords is moving head on into that unknown. The Knight of Pentacles is the one knight that works on the home front. He doesn't move. He doesn't charge into those unknown areas. His energies really help to amplify this hurt because we're looking at the home front right in front of us. We're not diving in and exposing and releasing what the root cause is. We do need to go head on into the storm. Focusing in on self and that superficial home front will not help you right now. We need to release what isn't serving our greater good. Now we do have obviously our cousins here, the double knights. Knights are the 12th card in the minor arcana. When you see that multiple 12, the angels are telling you this is a time of spiritual growth and awakening. We need to embrace this time and really make it our own. The Nine of Wands. Nines talk about all that you've achieved in your life, all that you've overcome. The wand is that passion base. The Nine of Wands talks about not giving up. Talks about how we've overcome so much and we're wanting to stand up and do more. This isn't about standing up and fighting. We don't want to aggravate those people and situations. This isn't about standing up for our rights, for our feelings, for what's happening. This is about releasing the power and control they have over you so it doesn't happen again. You will need your courage and determination. However, we're not going to focus it on them. It's going to be an inner journey, an inner battle of releasing what's holding you back, releasing that heartache. And then we have the Strength card, the 8th card in the major arcana. It talks about our willpower and our abilities. Using that inner strength to achieve the impossible. And we are going to really question our abilities to dive in and be able to release this. We're going to be caught up in that superficial fear, that ego-driven fear that is holding us back. Because to dive in and start to release what's not working means we could be rejected by those people that we think are important. We need to go back to that reflection piece. Who really is important? And why do we value their insight and their thoughts? That critical thinking, like I said before, we need to take those swords and really use them to our advantage. That heart center is going to really be driven by your ego. We need that higher intuitional self driven by that critical thinking to push you through this week. Let's look at some blessings. What blessing can my rose quartz friends embrace for the beginning of the week? bittersweet. There are pieces that are going to be hard to release because of nostalgia and some emotional connection. They served a purpose, whether it be for maintaining your stuckness or connecting into past feelings. It's time to really, like I said, get out of that heart center and go into the head center, releasing what's not working. You don't have to release that emotional connection, especially if it's to passed on loved ones who, at the time, whatever you're releasing did serve your higher good. Because at the time, that was a while ago, you've changed. Things have changed. So things need to continue to evolve. So really taking stock of how and why you have maintained certain aspects of your life and maintaining that emotional connection in other ways. We do need to release things. We're going to be sad that it goes. However, at the same time, we're going to be amazed with what it's replaced with. And what about the middle of the week? What blessing can my rose quartz friends embrace for the middle of the week? Destiny. When we cut through the crap and we start to align ourselves with our soul's deeper purpose, and that soul's deeper purpose was something that we agreed to before our incarnation. We've created it. And we really had a very clear thought pattern to what it is we wanted to learn and experience in this lifetime. That can all be accessed through the Akashic Records. Now, these aha moments are going to take you closer to that destined plan, to that destined pathway. When we're on that pathway, things align. We experience what we wanted to. The universe puts things into place so things are smoother. We feel connected. We have that abundance. We feel fulfilled, and we have that happiness and joy we're looking for. What about the end of the week? What blessing can my rose quartz friends embrace? Whoa, cards are jumping everywhere. At the end of the week. Guilt. This is a rough week for you guys, I won't lie. You've got a lot of heartache, resistance, release, and pain that we have to kind of get over. We have to overcome. Many of us are going to have guilt in releasing the power that those individuals had over us, releasing some of those pieces that may have that nostalgic feel to them. And a lot of us are going to feel guilty that we're focusing so much on ourselves and not on what's happening in the world around us, what's happening to our friends and family. Balance things out. This does not have to be a 24/7 piece. Balance things out so you can balance out that guilt, so that you feel that not only are you able to release some of this, that you're able to connect in and give and receive support to those people that are important for you and that are truly important for you. Release. Just to be very, very clear, there are elements and aspects that you have to release. We have to take back our power so that we are in more control of where it is we're going. All right, we're going to end off on any further guidance and wisdom that we can share with my rose quartz friends for the week of April 12th to the 18th. We start off with the Knight of Cups, adding another knight to our repertoire, this Knight is connected into your emotion and your intuition. This Knight is helping you with the guidance to that intuitional inspiration, those ideas and knowledge. Help giving direction to his cousin, the Knight of Swords, so that you have a more aligned path. So you're connected in to what's going to be important to you. We do have to bear in mind he is connected into that emotion, and we do need to focus from that head perspective rather than the heart. Connecting into that intuition and that collective knowledge piece that your higher self and intuition can connect you into to gain the knowledge on how to go forward, helping you with those aha moments. The Seven of Swords. Now, sevens are a challenging number, however, they're victorious. Now, the Seven of Swords talks about trying to get away with a little too much. Goes back to that trickery card, right? Others that are trying to get away with stuff, how they're impacting you, how it feels, what's happening. The Seven of Swords is also connected into the Hermit. We have to have a clear understanding of who we are and what we can do. So we're not inflating ourselves. We're not aggravating further trickery, further victim mentality. When we understand what it is we can do and achieve, we can start to nurture and allow those experiences and pieces to grow. So it's not that you're trying to pull the wool over someone's eyes. You're increasing your abilities, your understanding and knowledge. The Ten of Cups, one of the family cards, connects in to the importance of family. Like I said, balance is going to be key because we are going to have that guilt factor where we're not going to want to spend as much time on ourselves. That's going to be an avoidance piece brought up by your ego, right? It goes back into questioning your abilities, questioning your needs. Connecting in and receiving that support, nurturing and guidance from those very important people who have been with you since the very beginning. Your astral family, those individuals and family members that have been with you since birth or since being a small child. Their input and connection is a positive one that nurtures and amplifies your natural abilities and gifts. They don't try and put you into a box. They don't try and trick you. They don't have that underlying need to direct you and manipulate you. They love you for you and want to support your natural gifts and abilities. Those are the individuals we want to connect in with. We want to receive that nurturing and love. We also want to give that nurturing love. We want that positive, very balanced relationship, allowing that amazing, loving connection to amplify and strengthen. The Lovers, the 6th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about that connection. This isn't so much a connection with another individual. This is a connection with our inner selves, really amplifying and strengthening and understanding ourselves. So we have a clearer picture of our abilities. We have a clearer picture of our understanding. And we know what elements and pieces that we want to connect in with and we want to move forward on. That connection to our intuition, to those higher vibrational beings. This is usually a picture of Archangel Raphael, working on our communication, working on that connection, and working on especially that healing. Now we do have another angel message that I didn't recognize. We've got the 9s. We've got the Hermit, Major Arcana, the 9th one, and then we also have the 9 of Wands. 9s in angel messages tell you it's a time to work on your life's purpose, that soul's deeper connection and purpose. which is very much what we're talking about. Aligning yourself with that path so that you are able to connect into that joy, releasing that victim mentality and that need to always fit in and be liked. Connecting in, loving ourselves, healing ourselves, and nurturing ourselves so that we are able to go on that path. We are able to find that fulfillment and joy. I want to thank you guys so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some direction and insight into what the week holds for you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There's so much more coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends.